Knicks fans, what's good?
Mm.
How do you explain what you just saw? How do you explain what you just saw, Knicks fans? What's good? It's your man Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by D.
What's up?
D,
What's
what's
up?
good?
Oh man, it's not good. That's what's good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. This is nuts, bro. I mean, this is nuts. Um, so we just gonna jump in and do a post game real quick, do a quick breakdown, and get out of here. Just a little
Mm-hmm.
snippet, just a little short.
Mm-hmm.
So shout out to the chat, shout out to the people that's watching this after the fact. We just doing a little short. Kane Jerry, what's good? D, how you want to do your breakdown, bro?
Okay, so this is what we'll do, right? Welcome to Blorange Tears post game report. Tough one tonight. For the young pups, and we have to understand that this is not a good team, whether Julius Randle was there or not. Um, the third quarter was the real swing for me at this game. Not only did we get beat 40-29 in that third quarter? Fred VanVleet went off for 17, 19 points in that third quarter as well. And I think that put the nail in the coffin. We'll go over some numbers throughout the game, okay? We'll go over team stuff first and we'll get into players. We got smashed on the rebounds tonight, 58-40. 58-40. We only ended up with 22 assists as a team, and a lot of that was late game. We had 17 turnovers on 22 assists. We shot 12 of 35 for three for 34%. We were 45% for the field.
How
Um,
many shots did we take overall?
we took 78 only.
78. We took 78 shots in an NBA game,
That's
four
correct.
quarters.
Well, that's
We
what happens when you have 17 turnovers on
yeah,
78 shots.
and poor point guard play. When you
All
have
around, all
yeah.
around. Everybody that assumed the role today.
Yeah.
For the Raptors, Raptors shot 47% for the field, 38% for three, 83% for the free throw line, went 25 or 30 from the free throw line. We also went 28, 23 or 28 as well. Like I said, 58 rebounds. They had 21 assists to their 16 turnovers, five blocks, nine steals, 120 points.
Mm.
For the players, RJ Barrett, lackluster tonight compared to the Oklahoma. 6 of 14, 2 of 5 for three, 5 of 7 for the line, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 turnovers. Obi Topping played 45 minutes tonight. This is what everybody wanted. He ended up with 7 of 12, with a 4 for the free throw line, 6 rebounds, a career high 6 assists, 2 blocks, 2 turnovers, 19 points. Taj Gibson played 30 minutes. That wasn't even a fact. I'm not even going to go through it. Evan Fournier had 25 points, 6-14 shooting, 4-10 from three, 4-4 for the line. And that was about it for production. Albert Burke had a great first half, and that was it. And Quentin Grimes ended up at 13. On the Raptors side, real quick, Pascal Siakam ended up with 20, 7 of 14, 7 assists, 14 rebounds. Brett VanVleet, he murdered us for 35. 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Didn't even play the fourth quarter. OG Anunoby started hot, but he only ended up with 14. And Cruz Boucher helped him out with 12 points and 4 rebounds.
Mm.
That's a wrap.
Yo, I
What's your big
cannot
takes
believe
tonight, Freezy?
um
What was something that grabbed your attention tonight? Positive
o-
or negative?
Obi Toppin is soft,
Mm, agreed.
right? Taj Gibson is washed.
Mm,
Our young guys, Grimes and McBride, are not ready. Just because you shoot the ball a lot doesn't mean that your star is rising in this league,
mm,
right?
mm.
Um, I saw a lot. Emmanuel quickly is not a point guard.
We know this.
I saw Obi Toppin on several occasions do exactly what a big is supposed to do in transition.
Hmm.
Get his inside foot on the outside of the paint, running, creating a lane where a guard can get him the ball.
Hmm.
and quickly never saw him.
Hmm.
Even though Obi was in front. It's
Right.
that head down dribbling. You know how
Hmm.
some people can dribble, like they can dribble like a move with their head down, but they don't have
Hmm.
court vision.
Hmm.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a it's a lot of stuff, bro. It's a lot of stuff wrong with this team right
Oh.
now, and none of it has to do with Julius Randle. The stuff that I mentioned.
I mean, of
Um,
course. I mean, he's not there.
yeah,
Uh,
because
mhm. Mhm.
I was just gonna mention. I think I saw Tibbs get creative with lineups and matchups. I saw him
Yeah.
run the Spanish pick and roll in a set with Obi and Kevin Knox,
Yeah.
right? And Knox got ready to cut, and Obi pushed him, took off, and Knox slid to the perimeter and the 3-point catch and shoot spot, which was nice because it still shows that Kevin Knox still has kind of a low, or still kind of is unaware in situations what to do.
Don't
You
even
know what
get
I'm
me
saying?
started.
Why would Knox cut to the basket and Obi spot up for three in that situation when Knox is the best shooter and Obi is the best finisher? So,
There's a lot of things.
so um but even on that play, Obi was open, right? And quickly never saw him.
I understand. It was all around Freezy. It was Burke. There was a play in the first where RJ contested OG Ananobi for a bad three, and RJ was streaking down the court, and Burks didn't even look at him.
Yep,
And then he said, "My bad," which, you could keep your bad. You
yep,
guys been playing together for 2 years now. This stuff has to be known already.
yep. And for Obi's 18th and 19th point, he caught a lob, right? He caught
Correct.
a lob for his eight because he had 17 points, right?
Correct.
He caught a lob. You know how he caught the lob?
Mm.
You remember this thing, man, you talked about Obi Toppin cherry picking?
Yeah. 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 He didn't even come down.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. So yeah, so Quentin Grimes got a steal, hustled down and got a steal in transition, and looked to bring the ball up. He saw Obi back and threw Obi the lob. Obi wasn't even getting back.
Yeah. No, he wasn't. He was on the lane line.
Yeah,
By the baseline.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah,
So right about that. Let me go over a couple things that popped to me tonight. RJ Barrett has a long way to go.
yeah, yep,
He threw some lazy passes tonight.
yep.
Uh,
Quickly threw a lazy pass that OG Ananobi picked off for a dunk.
Correct.
How do your
But
point guard do that? How do your point guard do that?
how do your better ball handlers do that? How about that? Right? I mean, there was a lot of lazy passes. I was gonna go through that,
How
but
do you
I,
throw a flat foot pass, bro? You know, a flat foot, you ain't never, you supposed to step. Okay, fundamentally, we're supposed to step in the direction of the person we passing to and pass it with two hands, right? That's the fundamental way back in the day. You
mhm,
5 years old, they teach you how to play the game, right?
mhm.
Quickly throws a flat foot pass.
Was it just him? It was Burke. It was RJ too. They were throwing these lazy flick passes while the guy is in denial in the passing lane on that initial defense. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
RJ Barrett is not ready.
Yeah.
Um, and another thing that I caught inside the first quarter is that I saw OG having his way with Barrett first couple possessions down low, and it just made me think that even when I think RJ is a good defender, I don't think he's particularly an elite defender, and I just can see a lot of threes eating him up like that if games were to get important, and I could see teams really exposing him down there. Um, Obi Toppin, Obi Toppin has a long way to go. I mean, defensively, he was just a mess tonight.
Yeah.
Defensively, weak side rotations, he was lost on. I mean, lost. Like it wasn't like he was even late. He was lost. Siakam and Co were just doing whatever they wanted down there when he was down there defending. Only 6 rebounds in 45 minutes.
Bro, y'all want so chat, not D, but chat, y'all wanted Obi Toppin to get minutes, right? Tonight he played 45 minutes and got you what, 8 rebounds in 45 minutes?
And missed a mess of box out assignments. A
Yep.
mess of them. And then
Okay.
one of them that comes to mind was when Taj did a good job on Siakam missing, and Toppin missed his assignment. Ball batted around. Siakam got back to basketball, scored an easy and one on top, and there was no resistance from
Yeah.
Toppin whatsoever.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna skip Taj. I think we already know the deal. I mean, Evan Fournier. I understand he had 20. I get
Yeah.
it, but
Somebody had to score.
yeah, right. And it's just he doesn't do anything else, man. I mean, look at this. Look, I'll go through the stat line: 6 of 14, 42% for the field, 40% for three, which is good. 4 4 for the free throw line. No rebounds, no assists, no steals, no blocks, and a turnover.
Right. And so I'll say this to his credit, and this is coming out. This is like vinegar on the tongue. He at least played. We know he's hurt,
hmm
right?
hmm
He at least gave it a go in a game that most of us knew we were gonna lose anyway.
I understand.
He easily could have sat out this game
hmm
and you know what I'm saying to but at least he you know what I'm saying he gave it a go.
I think he moved pretty well tonight because he shot a couple of step backs, and when you have a bad ankle, you can't do that move effectively.
Right.
And he did about 4 or 5 times tonight, so I'm not totally convinced on his bad ankle story. And
Oh,
he even shot a couple of faders too. And I'm
okay.
saying on bad ankles, it's very hard to come down on that on a bad ankle, especially those step backs. So
Right.
I'm not totally convinced on that. I mean, but we've seen these numbers.
What about his change of direction on defense though? Because I saw his change of direction on defense look terrible.
I mean, it always has, Freezy. You think it look
Oh,
especially terrible? Are you saying
okay.
that it look especially terrible tonight?
No, I didn't say that. I just said I was thinking like, okay, he gaming it out, but his
hmm
defense, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, okay, you know, but
I understand he gave us 20,
yeah,
and kudos for that. But he's just, if I'm a GM, he doesn't catch my radar whatsoever.
yeah,
Let's go through Miles McBride here. Now, Miles McBride was a little funny tonight, and I'll say, I mean, not him personally, but just what was going on with him. Look, listen, I think Freezy, we could both agree. Miles McBride is not going to come inside the game at this point in career and average anywhere from 8 to 12 points. It's not going to happen.
no,
But I think his on-ball defense is on the verge of good, very good, getting towards elite if he gets more of an opportunity. And I'm just trying to understand that if Fred VanVleet went off for 35 points tonight, we didn't see McBride until garbage time.
right,
Okay. And
right,
and maybe Tom was thinking because look, and people would say, well, he was getting torched at the beginning, right? Well, I'm going to disagree with that, and I'm going to say I thought Fred hit a tough three on him on
right,
his first shot. All
right,
right,
yep,
because I thought McBride contested that very well.
right,
Then McBride got caught in the screen. Fred burned Taj on that three, and
right,
then on the fast break off the steal, he put a layup around R.J. Barrett, which was poor defense by R.J. by the way,
yeah,
and that was it. So the only thing that I could conclude from that is that maybe Tom maybe thought it wasn't enough firepower out there. Maybe he didn't like the way he was initiating the offense or something of that nature. That's the
yeah.
only thing I can get to. But I mean, if I'm seeing Fred VanVleet go off for 19 points in the third quarter, can I please put in my best on-ball defender?
Yeah, yeah,
So it was a little funky, and I have that's the only thing I could really get on tips today because honestly, his hands was tied. There's not really much he could do. But
right.
that was a decision I was skeptical. And even Alan Hahn said after the show, he said that that was a questionable thing. He did not understand why that was done, and I completely agreed with him when he said it.
I disagree with him on that.
Okay.
I just and the reason why I disagreed is because in a game like this where you know this team is good defensively,
hmm
right? You have to consider, do you go defense for defense with a team that's better than you defensively, or at least try to get some offense out there on the floor? You know what I'm saying? It's tough breaking in a rookie point guard, bro. It's tough breaking in a rookie point guard. You know
Here's
what I'm
my
saying?
argument to that, Freezy. But in the third quarter, we looked dysfunctional
Yeah,
offensively, and we gave up 40.
Yeah.
And in the second quarter, we only compiled 18 points.
Yeah.
So the offense was lackluster anyway.
It was bad anyway, right? Yeah.
So I might as well have my best on-ball defender there. I'll make it an ugly game, a piss ugly game, and have my best on-ball defender at least attempt to contain Fred VanVleet. At least attempt. Didn't make
Yeah.
sense to me.
Yeah.
Eric Burke was 410. Alec had a good first half. Did a good job getting inside the lane, getting a couple shots at the biddy. What do you call that? Getting to the foul line and
Right.
getting some fouls. But second half, he was non-existent.
Hey,
Um,
so how many points in the paint did they have?
mm, I
Did we discuss?
I can't see that. I can't. It must have been a lot because they only shot 13 to 34 from three,
Okay. I'm gonna
which is a
see.
respectable 38%. But my point is, they only had 13 makes.
Right. Right. I'm gonna go back to that because I
Okay,
think.
why you? Mhm.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
No, I was going to say why you find that, but if you're going to make a point, because yeah, go right ahead, go.
No. I'm just interested in seeing um if that was um the reason why we lost.
From points in the paint. I mean, look, listen. I mean, they
No,
only
not really.
because we only had they had 11 offensive rebounds to our seven.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, it's just that defensive rebounding wise, we were just getting creamed.
Yeah, and we had 18 turnovers. They had 17 turnovers.
I got
Right.
17 turnovers here, but okay.
And so points off turnovers, we
Mm-hmm.
had 27 points off turnovers. They had 18.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Points in the paint, we had 36 points in the paint. They had 52.
What was that? 52 to what?
36.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, they had 5 blocks. We had 4 blocks.
Hmm.
And just real quick, just to point out one thing, they had 9 steals. We had 11 steals.
Yeah.
So there were
I,
some things there were probably some positives, but they were not net positives in this game. And then
I think.
all turnovers are not built the same because you have live ball turnovers that lead to transition and
Hmm.
dead ball turnovers that lead to side out of bounds.
Right. I think the big swinger was that third quarter and Fred VanVleet going off for 19. He didn't
Yeah,
play the fourth freezing and he had 35.
yeah,
He did whatever he wanted.
yeah.
Now I understand Quentin Grimes got a lot of garbage time points here, and I get it. But
Was he the only one?
yeah, right. But and you can get into that in a second. But I saw some very positive things from Quentin today that made me feel what I had initially thought about him is that he's impactful. And there was a couple of times today where he did a great job of getting his hand there on help defense and stripping that ball away and causing havoc within the pass back out. And
He stripped Pascal Siakam, headed to the paint.
I, yeah, that was later. But in the first half, he did this about two or three times where he got his hand in there or he disrupted the play. He helped out Knox on a double team. And it made me feel that, he has a defensive impact and he does have value, especially if his shot's able to stroke. And also, he did a better job today. The best top I saw him, the best I've seen him do today was attack the closeout. He attacked the
Yeah,
closeout well today,
right.
and he made some decent passes from it. And it just, he had 4 steals today,
Yeah,
and it just made me feel that I want to see more Quentin Grimes. I want to see him a lot. And he made a pocket pass in the PNR to Obi Toppin.
mm,
He is the only guy besides Derrick Rose and Kemba Walker that makes a pocket pass in the PNR.
right.
So to me, that's value there, and I need to see him more.
Yeah, man. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro.
Mm.
I want to see less of Quentin Grimes, man.
Wow, why?
I want to see less of Grimes and less of McBride.
Why do you want
And
to see? I can understand McBride, but why Grimes?
I just don't think they present right at this moment. They don't present a clear and present danger to teams offensively. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
agreed.
Defensively, I see what you mean,
Mhm.
but the Raptors wasn't. They didn't fear Quentin Grimes offensively.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? They were just closeouts. It was just they would just do with just the body on the perimeter. You
Mhm.
didn't hear somebody like, no, 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 not Quentin
Yeah, yeah,
Grimes.
yeah. Get Quentin. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And McBride set the offense. I saw him reset the offense right. He got the ball from Quickly. Quickly was begging for the ball, and then man, come on, come on. And Grimes was like, nope, I'm about to set this dude up.
yo, yo.
And
I know what you're talking about. Right.
and he shot a three and he missed. And
Mhm.
while I liked the flavor, I like the aggressiveness there. He ain't that, bro. Not right now.
What I mean by I want to see more Grimes is this. I'm not saying he should be starting. I'm not saying he should be a focal point of the offense in any way,
Right,
shape, form, or fashion. What
right.
I'm saying is that I would like to see him when everybody comes back. I would like to see him off the bench
Okay.
and get a healthy 12 to 17 minutes a night.
Even over Kevin Knox.
Oh my God, Kevin Knox needs to retire.
Oh, gee. Okay.
No, come on, man. Did you see him out there today?
Yeah, I saw. I saw.
No, it's done. It's done. I don't even know why we would go ahead and sign him back for what was it, 5 or 6 million?
No, we didn't sign him back, man.
Oh no, was it with an extension or something?
No, we didn't give him an extension.
Well, go ahead,
No,
explain this.
no. So the first 4 years when you're a first round pick, first 4 years are guaranteed. That's why he's
Got
still
it.
here.
Got it.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
fall
the reason
season.
why
Got it.
Frank was still here for 4 years.
Understood. I
Yeah, yeah.
understand.
But they didn't pick up the team option for the fifth year. The fifth year would have been a team option. They didn't pick that up. So after this,
Okay, so basically they couldn't have and not have let him go this season. He
no,
was guaranteed the money for the season,
yeah,
and they chose to pay him what they paid him. Got it.
yeah, yeah. He locked in for 4 years. That's why it's
Okay,
important to be a first round pick.
I hear you.
Yeah,
Well, don't matter. He done.
yeah.
That was
What?
a waste. That was a waste of a roster spot. I could
Yeah,
have gotten somebody hungry from overseas
yeah.
or the G League or something like that.
Right, and that's the reason why the Hawks are not going to trade Cam Reddish for Obi Top for Kevin Knox straight up. Don't nobody see
Dude,
anything in Kevin Knox.
that would not. Cam Reddish literally had two 30-point games within the month of December,
Right.
and I mean, and he could shoot. He's a good defender. He could put the ball on the floor. You could put him in the PNR.
Right.
Knox can't do none of that. I
Yeah.
don't know who even started that type of talk. That's ridiculous.
None of it. All right, bro.
It's a bad team, Freezy. That's it.
Yeah, that's what I've been trying to tell everybody. Been trying to tell everybody that Tibbs has been making chicken salad out of chicken poop the last couple of years, and nobody believes me, bro. They think I'm just a Tibbs apologist. But Reggie Bullock started for us last year, and right now for the team he with.
I
Alfred
mean,
Payton, he ain't
right,
doing nothing
doing
for the
nothing.
team. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and we could make a lot of cases as to why that happened, but regardless of those, I have to agree with the fact that he did make some gourmet stuff out of some crumbs.
Yes.
I will agree.
Yeah. And you could see he was trying to run stuff, but when everybody's basketball IQ was at different places, they see the game differently. And you can't get mad at the guys that are inexperienced because they've never seen it before, so they don't know how to react to it. Meanwhile, the veterans are frustrated that such and such should have got an open three. Like there was a play they ran, and I could see from the beginning that it was a 28-3, right? But when you got low IQ players, and it's not their fault, they just young. You can't blame them, right? They have to play to get more experience.
Right.
Man, Burks was supposed to come down and screen on the box for Fournier, right? But the guy that was supposed to screen for Burks never showed up.
Hmm.
So you know that's a play. You know it's a play. When you see dudes run to spots, you know it's a play. It's something they drew up.
Hmm.
And then and I'll give you another example. The Toronto Raptors ran two baseline out of bounds plays, right?
Mm.
And the Knicks knew it. The veterans broke off the play and denied, right? The rookies ran the play, and it led to layup attempts at the basket
Mm-hmm.
because the rookies hadn't seen the play. They knew that Tibbs talked about it in shoot around. And how I know this the first time is the Toronto Raptors broadcast team said, "Oh, the Knicks knew the play. The Knicks knew the play." Right?
Mm.
That's what they were saying on their broadcast. But our rookies didn't know the play. Fournier, RJ, and Burks knew the play. And so the other two young guys got burned on the play. They get a shot at the basket. They missed the first one, but the dude get fouled, goes to the free throw line. The second time, the Knicks knew the play, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the rookies still didn't know the play. The veterans understand the play because clearly the Tibbs or the coaching staff talked to them about this certain play that the Raptors run, that the Knicks scouting, the Vicks video team saw this play on video, told Tibbs told them in shoot around or whatever, what I'm saying, about this play, right? So the young guys, they see the play and whatever. So
I hear you. I hear you, Freezy.
yeah,
It's just that
we just
as for I don't want to go too far with the making a chicken salad from chicken poo with Tom, because there were a lot of things that worked in their favor last year, and they took full advantage of it, and they're supposed to.
right.
But this is a totally different narrative this year, and the reality of the situation is that this is just not a good team. I don't care if Rose is there, if Julius is there, if Kemba's there. This is just not a good basketball team.
Yeah, 1 through 15 were not as good as we thought.
And now, but now the question begs itself, right? We know this, and we've known this for a while. We're just like, making it like, we're declaring it type of thing. But we knew this, right?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not just go for the stars and just go for a lottery this year? Why do this? Why do this? Why do this? Why do it?
So you're saying soft tank?
What else are you supposed to do?
Man, this is not the year.
I know it ain't. It was the year
if
was last year.
Yeah, right. But if you don't do it if you don't get a top 4 pick this year, and right now it's looking like we're not, then you're taking another gamble on a Quentin Grimes, Miles McBride type player. And is that going to be the difference? Yeah, is that going to be the difference maker?
Look, I think
Tata Washington. Think about it. You think Tata Washington is going to turn this franchise around?
I think the draft's a little bit deeper this year than people are giving it credit for. I'm not willing to say it's not as deep as last year, of course, but what I'm saying is that I just don't think it's the first 4 guys and that's it either.
No, that's not what I'm saying, OD.
Go ahead. What are you saying, Freezy?
So what I'm saying is this draft is not deep with superstar players, potential players. This draft is deep with a lot of guys that are quality, that'll be quality role players. That's why I said, do you think a Tata Washington or another Quentin Grimes or Miles McBride is going to turn the franchise around? Because that's what I think you're going to be getting in this draft. A quality.
I would have to go to the draft class and really scout them to really determine and to give you an answer. But what I've seen so far, it's a little bit deeper than what you give it credit for. And I think there is some star power in this draft, especially in the first round.
Beyond 4.
Yes.
We're gonna have to chop.
We'll revisit it, but
yeah, we have to revisit that.
But I'm saying that, Freezy, that and I think Chuck put it perfectly the other day, that we're still in the talent acquisition phase.
Yeah.
And so why not get the best talent available? Because let's just be honest, and this, Freezy, deep down inside you, Obi Toppin ain't right now at this point in time for what I see. He ain't gonna make no all-star team, son.
No, he's not a starter.
You know damn well from what we see right now. Okay, things could change, and I'm hopeful, and I hope it does, and I hope development gets better, and these guys really evolve. But I'm saying right now, we know Emmanuel quickly ain't making no damn all-star team.
No. his shots are terrible. He's a terrible offensive player right now.
And I'm not going to get on the rookies too much because this is really like their first stint in the fire,
Right.
and I'm willing to give them a month or so before I cast judgment. But I've been watching Obi Toppin and Manuel quickly for 2 years now.
Yeah. And so the Grimes thing, the Grimes at least he had a breakout game where
Mm-hmm.
where he put you on the radar, where you saw some potential,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
But well,
is he Damian Dotson?
no, I won't say that.
Okay.
I
All right.
won't say that. I think he brings more to the table.
Okay.
But once again, I mean, right now, look at Grimes, and I'm not thinking, yo, we got one here, bro.
I meant Grimes. When I say Grimes, I mean when I say Dotson, I be meaning Grimes, not McBride. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's
But,
okay.
yeah.
I think you did say Grimes. I think you're on point.
Okay. Okay.
But what I'm saying is that I'm not saying like, hey, we got one here. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that I think with the correct development and the balance of getting playing time and him working on himself for this next year coming up in the off season, I can really see a nice piece moving forward with him.
Grimes.
Yes. He does a lot of things well.
What is his most glaring weakness? Handles.
His ball handling and his inability to finish at the rim right now.
Yeah. Well,
But I mean, he could stretch the floor. I think he could guard a lot of different guys. And look, I think there's value, and you guys will see this morning. You saw a little bit today if you guys were paying very close attention. OJ Anunoby, they don't back him down. He is solid on his base. And I
right.
just think there's a lot of value in that. I think there's a lot of value of his defensive IQ. Now, he's got to work on his weak side rotations a little bit. He gets lost in that. But
Yeah, and he gets lost basically. Like
yeah,
like like when
agreed.
the corner guy and the wing guy switch, you could see him like, which guy do I take? Do I take the shooter or the big?
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying? You could see him figuring out. So he stay in between until somebody tell him which guy to take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in that situation, I would prefer
Hmm.
that Grimes take the
Hmm.
wing player, whoever pops up and is in that wing spot.
Hmm.
Grimes, you stay with him. Don't switch with a big and then have my big guarding on the wing.
Right.
Even if it's a small, you know what I'm saying? Even if it's a big that's on the wing. Nah, just take that big because bigs don't have handles. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying? Bigs don't have a big ain't gonna be able to take you off the dribble. You're a wing player. You in your
Mm.
element. Small stuff like that is what I'm getting at.
Another thing he does too on help of recovery, he digs way too much into the help. And he comes out late sometimes on the recovery and it puts himself in a bad position, whether on the contest or the closeout and they attack it. So he's got to work on that as well. I think in McBride, I think there's value in the fact that your first year guy is your best on ball defender.
Yeah.
And I think there's something you could do with that. Do I think he should be starting or in the future? Do I think he has the tools that he's going to be an effective offensive player and be able to break? No, I don't see that at the moment. But I think there is value in being able to have a guy on your roster, have him play some minutes, and where I can have him guard the opposing team's best playmaker.
Right. I think he's
So
somewhere in between. I think he's somewhere in between Charlie Ward and Kyle Lowry. And I know that's a wide range, but
that's very wide.
yeah, but I think he's a but think about the floor underneath Charlie Ward, right?
Hmm.
So Charlie Ward is the poster child for stable, rock steady point, nothing flashy,
Yeah.
right? Right. And we all forget, and well, not we all, but a lot of people forget how great of an athlete Charlie Ward was, right? Charlie Ward was a great. Charlie
Could
Ward
have
won the
played football.
Heisman.
He could have played
Yeah,
football if he wanted
yeah, he
to.
won the Heisman, bro. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So yeah, I
I
think a
don't
lot
see
of
the Kyle Lowry thing though, because Kyle Lowry is a pit bull.
well, you don't see it yet, but you didn't see Kyle Lowry and Kyle Lowry when he was in Memphis. When Kyle Lowry was in Memphis, you didn't see this Kyle Lowry, bro. You saw a
Um,
dude,
well, I mean, he always had the bulky build, and he always took contact real well. He was always a strong penetrator, so
right?
you
But he
did
was
kind of see
also
it, but it maturated.
yeah, but he was also turnover prone.
Of course, he was.
Very, very turnover. You couldn't really
Couldn't
play around.
shoot.
Yeah, couldn't shoot. Yep, all those things.
Right.
But anyway, man, I gotta get out of here, man. So I can
Yeah.
get to sleep.
Okay, Freezy. All right. Good job, man. We'll
Yeah,
talk.
man. Yeah, good job, man. Hey, everybody, make sure you keep an eye out for the Knicks morning drive in the morning. It's definitely gonna be saucy.
Oh man.
It's definitely gonna be so after this mess. After this, Knicks fans, you got what you wanted. No Julius Randle. You got what you wanted. You said play the kids. You got what you wanted. One of the kids played 45 minutes. You got what you wanted. So we'll discuss that on the next morning drive in the morning. We'll holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
All right, man. Peace.